everyone. Can't believe it's been like 3 months since I've done a video. It's crazy that it's been that long. Um, we just been going through a whole lot of stuff. We went through an eviction, which was great fun. Don't even want to get into that. It was complete BS and it was stressful. But we found a new place and it's far better for us than our old place. So, blessings in disguises. So yeah, this year has been insane, to say the least. I know it's been really, really hard on a lot of people. But for me, it's been actually quite great. It did hit me hard about a week ago. Went through a really bad breakdown, and everything kind of hit me at once, and it was not fun. But for the most part, this year has been great for me. My husband ended up getting 2 promotions. I got some time off work, which was what I needed, and a lot of great things have happened for me, and I'm super, super grateful for it all. I also ended up finding my own deity, which is great. I'm actually going to do a video on that later, about deities and how to find them and stuff like that. She's been great. I've absolutely just loved the ride that she's taken me on. And yeah, no, the move's been great. I had to give up my cats, and it really made me sad because one of my cats is my familiar, and it's been hard not to have her around, because if you have a familiar, you would know they're really comforting. They just know when you need them, and they're just there for you. And it's been a little hard not having her. Also kind of nice not having to deal with 4 freaking cats and kittens all the time, but it's been a little rough. And on that note, I want to talk a little bit about self-care and self-love, especially within the craft. I feel like a lot of people feel guilty if they can't make a full moon ritual or do things on the new moon or anything like that. And this last one that we just had was an eclipse and a full moon. I had every intention of doing all my moon water because it was an eclipse, and I like that energy. Some people don't. I like it. I had every intention of doing a lot, actually. Then I ended up working 4 days straight, and first time I've done that since I've been back at work. And I was just exhausted, and I just couldn't, and I just don't want to throw it out there that it's completely all right if you get to a point where you just can't. You can't, you can't give from an empty cup, or whatever that saying is. It's very true. Sometimes the best thing you can do on a full moon, or any time really, but specifically full and new moons, or when we do a lot of our things, rituals and whatever's, just want to put it out there that it's completely okay to just take the day to relax, to take the day to sit in bed or sit on the couch or whatever makes you happy. There is absolutely no pressure to do anything on those days. And kind of leads me into my other topic I kind of wanted to go touch it on. And I've been seeing it a lot. It's been driving me nuts. Is what's called gatekeeping. And it's gotten really bad. I'm on several groups on Facebook. And for the most part, they're great. I just see it so much. People just... I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so I can't give you the little different definition. I probably could have looked it up, but essentially gatekeeping is telling people you can't do this, you can't do that, you have to do this, you have to do it this way. If I wanted rules, I'd go back to church. Okay, so within the craft, there are very, 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 very few things that you can't do or that are wrong to do. There are very few things. One great thing about witchcraft is that it's your own path. You do it what you want to do. and screw everybody else. And that's one thing that draws, I think, a lot of us to witchcraft. A lot of us, I feel, came from Christianity. Christianity is very rule based. It's very, very much, you can't do this, you'll go to hell. You can't do this, you'll go to hell. You can't do that, you'll go to hell. And, if I wanted that, or if we wanted that, we would stick with that. And that's not what we want. I saw it a lot this past weekend with the eclipse. There are lots of people who believe that the eclipse energy is too chaotic and it will mess up your moon water, or it will mess up your rituals, or whatever. That's fine. That's a belief. And that's fine if that's your belief. There's nothing wrong with believing that. What I'm saying is, don't tell other people they can't do it because that's your belief. That's gatekeeping right there. You just can't do that within the craft. It's not okay. It's a very big no-no. Okay, I'll give you an example for me. Now, the start of this year, I truly believed Ouija boards are 100% evil and awful and gross and blah, 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 blah. Okay, I've gone through a lot of progress in my own path this year. I've come to the realization they're not inherently evil. They're not inherently bad. But they are a very powerful, powerful, powerful tool. Now, my belief is that you shouldn't mess with it unless you know exactly what you're doing and you are prepared and capable of handling whatever may or may not come through the board. Now, there's lots of people who have used them, and I say use them. I don't say play, because they're not a game to be played. It is a very powerful tool. So that's more of a fact than a belief. They are a tool. It just drives me nuts when people say, I'm going to play the Ouija board. It's not a game. Let's put that out there right now. Now, some people have used them and nothing has happened, and that's great. Other people have, and really bad things have happened. So my personal thing is, I won't ever touch one. Not because they're evil, but because I'm not prepared to handle whatever might come out of it. I know that I am pretty powerful within my craft when I want to be, especially since I found Lilith. Man, she really helps with my power. Now, I don't want to deal with whatever might come out of there. Will something come out of there for sure? No. Why mess with it? Why risk it, right? So that's my belief, is that they're just not something to mess with, right? That being said, I'm not going to tell someone you can't do it. I'm not going to say, no, you can't use them, they're awful. My words would be this, what I just said. They can be dangerous. They are very powerful. Just, if you're going to do it, you better be prepared for whatever may come out of it. I will caution until I'm blue in the face. I will give my opinions on things. I will never tell you not to do it. Same thing with love spells. Okay, I stay the hell away from them. I believe it's messing with your free will. I believe they will backfire, most likely backfire. I try not to use absolutes, but I believe that they are just something you don't fuck with. That's my belief. I'm going to tell you not to do it. Nope. If you want to go and mess with it, go ahead. But be prepared for whatever may happen. So it's very much about free will, which is why I don't do love spells. But it's very much free will within the craft. And I guess the gatekeeping has gotten really, really bad. And I just kind of wanted to put it out. It's just been on my mind for a while now. And I just wanted to throw it out there. It drives me nuts because I see so many people asking, like beginner witches especially, who are just like, oh, well, I was going to do this, but then I saw all these people saying not to do this, and now I'm second guessing myself. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to second guess yourself, but it's all about intention and it's all about intuition. So the big thing is intuition. Everything I do in the craft, I do with my intuition. If I feel like it's gonna go sideways, I won't do it. If I get bad vibes from something, I won't do it. But that's my own intuition. That's just me, my intuition telling me this isn't going to end well, or this will end well. And so I'm always about intuition. And I know a lot of people have a really hard time trusting their intuition. It's something that you really need to learn to work on. Of course, that sounds very gatekeepy, but it is, though. It's something you need to be able to trust your own intuition, because that's going to really change the outcome of pretty much your whole craft. And so it's okay to ask people's opinions. It's okay to get different people's perspective on things. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with asking the questions. But don't let somebody tell you can't. Don't do it just simply because somebody said not to. This is what I'm getting at. It's all up to you. It's all based on what you feel. Example, I think it wasn't last eclipse. I thought it was, but I think it was the June eclipse that we had. There was some just intense energy in that eclipse. But now when it first started, I was great. I had all the energy. I was like, yes, let's go to my moon water. Let's go charge all my crystals. I'm so excited. About 10, 15 minutes out there, I was like taking pictures of the moon and stuff. And then I started looking back through my photos. And as I'm looking through them, not only am I seeing really weird, like the clouds are making really weird, like faces and stuff. And I took them as omens. It was just bad feelings looking through them. And as I was looking through them, the wind started to pick up. And it was, I think I've mentioned it before in another video, but I call it bad wind or eerie, bad feeling or whatever. It just didn't feel right. It just something, I don't know what it was. I can't tell you. But something was telling me, get your crystals, get your water, get inside. This is not the time to be charging these things. I couldn't tell you why, but something told me to do that, and I did. I got inside. It took me probably a good 48 hours to stop feeling awful after that. I don't know if it was specifically that eclipse. I don't know if it was that moon. I could not tell you what was going on. But for whatever reason, for me, it was just not the time. And so I brought all my stuff in. But that was just me feeling that. That wasn't anybody telling me, you can't do it because it's chaotic. No. I didn't even know that was a thing at the time. Because I never heard that before. I just felt something's not right. Get inside. And I did. And I'm glad I did, because whatever was happening, it affected me. It affected me so bad for 2 days after. So I just wanted to stress that. I just wanted to really stress the gatekeeping. It's just gotten so bad. So don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. You can't do that because of this. Do your own research, first of all. Take like people say, especially people who've been in it for a while, right? You can take what they're saying with a grain of salt, and if it resonates with you, cool. If it doesn't, it's okay to let it go. It's your own craft. So do what you feel is right within your own craft. And don't let people tell you different. There was one person in a group, so I'm going to take this off because it's hot in here now. There was one person in a group that I'm in, and for a bit I was all on board with her, and we were on the same page, and then we kind of got into a little bit about how I said that you can be an empath without having empathy. And she disagreed, which is totally fine. Like, it's whatever, it's a disagreement. But she argued her point till she was blue in the face. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, then you're not an empath. If you can't have empathy, you're not an empath. And I'm just like, hey, well, I've been an empath my entire life. But sure, I'll believe some random person on the internet that's telling me I'm not what I am. So it's like things like that where it just drives me nuts. It's like, how do you know what I am and not? Right? Like, I've been it my whole life. I know I'm an empath. I know it doesn't make sense, but I feel what other people are feeling. That doesn't mean I understand it. And empathy is the ability to put yourself in those shoes and not just feel, because that's sympathy, but understand what they're feeling. That's a key difference between sympathy and empathy. I can sympathize with people all day long. Could be like, oh, wow, that really sucks, But I can't always understand why someone might be feeling that way. And let me tell you, it's rough. It's really, really hard to feel someone's strong emotion and then be like, what the hell? Like, why do you care? This is stupid. And I know it's not stupid, but that's how my brain processes it. I don't understand why it's a big deal. I can't empathize with you. I think that's stupid. I won't ever say that to the person. But you see what I'm saying. It's really difficult. But to have someone tell you that is annoying. So don't gatekeep. Don't let people gatekeep you. Do what feels right for you. And that's just something I've been really, really annoyed with lately. It's just been on my mind, and I just kind of needed to get that out for people because I think it's super important to not let people dictate what you do in your craft. Take advice, take suggestions, it's totally fine. But at the end of the day, it's your craft. You do what you want to do. You want to go hex somebody, go ahead. That being said, just be prepared for anything that may or may not come back to you. It might not. It really comes down to what do you believe? Do you believe it's going to come back to you? Right? And so, I don't hex personally. I don't. That's just me. I choose not to. I'm not Wiccan, so I don't believe in the threefold rule, but I do believe heavily in karma. So I'm afraid of what might come back to me if I hex somebody or if I curse somebody. So I don't. That's just my personal choice. So anyway, this has been like a 16, almost 17 minute video. So I think I'm going to leave that one and I'll do my next one. I think I have 3 more that I'm prepared to do today. So that's it. Okay, thanks. Bye.